The artifact presented in this video will be used in the classroom to promote inclusion and diversity. It will value students' differences while creating a class identity. The artifact is a large poster with 2 mini posters to be put on the wall of the class. The posters are based off the picture book called The Crayon Box That Talked. This text is about a box of crayons that tease and dislike each other's differences. By the end of the book, they work together and learn to appreciate how everyone is different. It presents the concepts of individuality and unity in a fun way, which will then be expanded upon with my artifact. In the classroom, I would read this book to my students, and then after, I would have a discussion about how we are all the same. For example, we all have feelings and all have needs, but we are also all different. We all look different, come from different countries and backgrounds, all have different strengths and weaknesses. I would relate this to the crayons and talk about how they were all crayons, but all looked different too. To build their understanding at this point, I would give them all a colouring activity as shown, where they have to draw a picture using only one colour and then draw the same picture using lots of colours. After the activity, we would discuss how boring the world would be if it was all one colour, and how boring it would be if we were all the same too. Later on, I would give each child a piece of paper in the shape of a crayon and encourage them to colour it in any way they would like to. This may be something they work on occasionally over the week. When the crayons are complete, I will stick them up on the wall with my crayon box artifact and mini posters, reminding the students what it means. I would point out that all of the coloured crayons look different, like we are all different, but they are all together in the box, as we are all wonderful when we work together. This artifact will hopefully make students feel included and welcome in the class and make the environment a safe and supportive one. It will also help the students recognize that everyone is different, and that is something to appreciate. This also may help build confidence and positive relationships in my class. These are all important points and attitudes to develop in the classroom. There is a lot of ethical and moral support backing up the need for students to feel included and valued. Bentley, Williams and Morgan and Tomlinson both state that inclusive education calls for the respect of the students' differences, but at the same time, all the members of the class need to have a shared identity. The poster of our class crayons aligns with this belief, respecting the differences and promoting unity at the same time. Foreman states that these types of classroom activities include students and help them develop peer acceptance. According to Akara, this social capability is important to develop. SLE believes inclusive education includes providing a caring and supportive environment and recognizing diversity. This will develop a rich learning community and build on social improvement. Hart, Drummond and McIntyre agree with this, declaring that transformability will increase acceptance, belonging and community. Education Queensland and Alton Lee have similar views. The Convention on the Rights of the Child, Article 2 and 29, the Disability Discrimination Act 1992, the Disability Standards 2005 and the Disability Services Act 2006 all state that children have the right to an education free of discrimination. The Disability Services Act also endorses developing individuals and including them to promote positive images and enhance self-esteem. The Melbourne Declaration on Educational Goals aligns with this by promoting successful learners and confident individuals. The Inclusive Education Statement 2005 also supports many of the ideas mentioned. These moral and ethical policies and beliefs from a range of sources support the purpose of using this artifact in the classroom. It is essential for children to value differences, be free from discrimination, and feel safe and accepted in their learning environment. The artifact will ideally promote and develop this. Through being critically reflective, I have realized there are some negatives to my artifact and the activities associated with it. The crayon pictures the students completed up on the wall may actually make some students feel bad about themselves. If their crayon doesn't look as good as ones other students have done, it could be disheartening. There also may be some confusion with the drawing activity, as some children may actually believe their one colour picture looks better than their many colours picture. Despite these negatives, I still believe this artifact will be a positive addition to the class, as long as the teacher is careful with her wording. I chose to make these posters as my artifact because it is something I can have as a wall display in my classroom. This would mean children will see and be reminded of the messages it displays every day. It will remind them throughout the year that they are in a safe, inclusive environment where their differences are celebrated. As the Code of Ethics states, we should acknowledge the uniqueness of each child and value it.